Quick flag before we start. Both Apple desktops on this list are 2024 models, a generation behind Apple's newest silicon. And I'll be upfront about that trade-off when we get to them, instead of pretending they're brand new. This is the straightforward, no-drama pick on this list, built for everyday productivity rather than any specialized use case. Performance handles office work, browsing, and light multitasking smoothly without stuttering, which is really all most people actually need from a desktop. Upgradability is noticeably decent for a mainstream tower. You're not locked into whatever configuration you buy the way some compact or all-in-one systems force you to be. Build quality feels solid without being flashy, and Dell's reliability track record in the business desktop space carries through here. Nothing about this is exciting, and that's fine. It's built to just work daily without drama. Acer competes mainly on value here, and the honest assessment is that it delivers reasonable everyday performance at a price that undercuts the Dell above by a real margin. You're not getting the same build refinement or upgrade flexibility as more premium towers, and the components inside skew toward budget tier rather than performance tier. For basic tasks, browsing, documents, streaming, it handles them fine. Where it actually falls short is any demanding workload, video editing, gaming, heavy multitasking, where the budget components show their limits fast. For anyone who wants an actually low-cost entry into desktop computing without expecting much beyond the basics, this fits that specific need. The only dedicated gaming machine on this list, and the actual differentiator, is a real discrete graphics card built in. Not just a stronger processor pretending to handle gaming. That means actual current title gaming performance. The productivity-focused towers above simply can't match, regardless of how fast their processors are. Cooling is built specifically around sustained gaming loads rather than office-use thermals, which matters once you're running demanding titles for hours. Build quality feels solid for the price tier, with reasonable upgrade room for a future GPU swap down the line. If gaming isn't a priority, you're paying for hardware you won't use. This exists specifically for people who game. Flagging again. This is the 2024 Mac Mini, a generation behind Apple's current silicon, so while it remains a capable machine, know that going in rather than assuming it's the newest hardware. What makes the Mac Mini actually distinct from every other desktop on this list is the form factor. Headless, remarkably compact, bring your own monitor and peripherals. Apple's silicon efficiency means quiet, cool operation even under real workloads. A noticeable contrast to the fans spinning up on the Windows towers above. The obvious catch is the same one that always applies to Apple hardware. You're locked into macOS, and you need to already own or buy a separate display, which adds real costs most people forget to factor in. Also the 2024 model, also a generation behind Apple's newest chips, and also worth knowing that up front before assuming this is current year hardware. Unlike the headless Mac Mini above, the iMac bundles a properly sharp, color-accurate display directly into the machine, which is the real reason to pick this over the Mini specifically. No separate monitor purchase or setup required. The clean, integrated design remains Apple's signature all-in-one aesthetic, and the speakers and camera built and handle video calls without needing extra peripherals. If you already own a great monitor, the Mac Mini above is the more sensible buy. If you want the whole package in one purchase, this is it. All 5 links and current pricing are below. If you're running one of these daily, tell us what you actually use it for. That context matters more than another spec breakdown.